Hello and welcome to this lesson, how to optimize trading strategy. This lesson consists of following sections. In the first section, we'll overview trading strategy optimization. In the next section, we'll study how to optimize trading strategy with strategy tester. In the next section, I'm gonna point out how important is it to avoid overfitting in strategy optimization. And in the last section, we'll discuss the summary of strategy optimization. So let's begin. Trading strategy optimization is the process of fine-tuning and adjusting the parameters of a trading strategy to maximize its performance based on historical data. The goal is to identify the most effective set of parameters that would have yielded the best results in the past. While optimization can enhance a strategy's historical performance, it's important to strike a balance and avoid overfitting. Optimization overfitting is creating a strategy that is too tailored to historical data and may not perform well in the future. Unseen market condition. The key steps in trading strategy optimization include: first, define parameters. Identify the parameters of your trading strategy that can be adjusted. These parameters could include entry and exit criteria, stop loss and take profit levels, moving average periods, moving average types, or any other variables that influence trading decisions. Next step is set ranges. Establish ranges or values for each parameter that you want to test. For example, if you're optimizing a moving average strategy, you might test different moving average periods within a specified range. Third, perform backtesting. Conduct backtesting for each combination of parameter values within the defined ranges. This involves applying the strategy to historical data to simulate trades and evaluate performance. Next step is evaluate performance. Analyze the results of the backtesting to determine which set of parameters produced the best performance. Performance metrics may include profitability, risk-adjusted returns, drawdowns, and other relevant parameters, and strategy performance metrics. Next step, avoid overfitting. Be cautious of overfitting, which occurs when a strategy is excessively tailored to historical data and may not perform well in new market conditions. It's essential to strike a balance between optimizing for historical data and maintaining a strategy's robustness. To avoid overfitting, keep number of optimized parameters low. I recommend up to 3-4 parameters. The greater number of strategy parameters you optimize, the higher risk of curve fitting the strategy to historical data. That can lead to poor strategy performance on new market data or live market data. Next step is out of sample testing. Very important step. After identifying a potentially optimized set of parameters, conduct out of sample testing using different time periods or data set not used in initial optimization. This helps assess the strategy's ability to generalize to new market condition. What it means that, let's say you have 10 years of available market data. you optimize the strategy on the first 9 years of that data, and after that you test these optimized parameter values on the last year of the market data that you have, on the 10th year of the market data. And then that way you will check if the strategy still performs well on the out of sample data. And then the next step is validation. Validate the optimized strategy with additional testing and validation steps to ensure its robustness and reliability. It's important for traders to exercise caution when optimizing trading strategies. Over-optimization can lead to a strategy that is too specific to historical data and may not perform well in live markets. Strategies should be robust enough to handle variations in market conditions. And traders should avoid curve fitting the strategy too closely to past data without considering future market dynamics. Now let's practice optimizing PineScript trading strategy with the strategy tester. Here we have open-close crossover MA strategy loaded on the chart. We can see that after the backtest, we can see the performance metrics of this strategy. The strategy currently with the default parameters generate around 40,000% net profit, and it has a 2.9 profit factor, and it has 45% drawdown. Let's say we want to optimize these parameters to improve strategy performance metrics. So currently we have 40,000% net profit. However, if we compare this performance, this net profit, to buy and hold, we can see that buy and hold, which is a blue line, generates essentially higher number of profit. Therefore, we will try to optimize the strategy parameters so the performance of the strategy, and particularly net profit, becomes closer to the buy and hold or even higher. Otherwise, if the performance, specifically net profit, is essentially less than buy and hold equity performance for this market, if it's too low than buy and hold, then it does not make sense to even trade. We better just buy and hold this market. So let's see if we can optimize these strategy parameters. In order to do that, we click on the parameters button of this strategy, and now we can see that strategy has many parameters, and specifically for our interest is to optimize. We have trade type and MA type, trade type and MA type. You have MA period, trend MA type, trend period, right? So we're gonna keep the trade type to the long, because Bitcoin market, the currently selected market, is usually trending up. Therefore, we'll keep trade type to long. We're not going to optimize that. MA type, we can change that. And MA period, trend MA type, and trend period. So we have these 4 parameters that we will try to optimize. We're going to change, and we're gonna see if the strategy performs better. So first of all, let's keep the MA type as EMA, and let's change the MA period. Currently we have net profit 40,000. So we're gonna try to, by changing the parameters, we're gonna try to make net profit as high as possible, profit factor as high as possible too, max drawdown as small as possible, and that's pretty much all. We're gonna focus on these parameters. So we're gonna try to find such parameters that have all these selected, all these parameters that I just mentioned, to optimal value. So net profit as high as possible, profit factor as high as possible, and max drawdown as small as possible. So let's try to change these parameters. So we see that we try to change the MA period. Now we have 72,000 net profit, 78. So let's keep changing. 25, it's even less than we had before. So let's have it 100, 110, 120. So no, so the highest we had, 70, around 70,000. 61, 78. Okay. So we have 78. So this is this looks like an optimal value for MA period. Now let's try to change the trend period. So MA type and trend MA type are essential. They have a very high impact on the strategy performance. Therefore, and we have only few values there to change. We have only SMA and linear regression. For the trend MA type, we have only the same options: EMA, SMA, and linear regression, right? Therefore, we'll keep them for now. We'll try to change the period, and then after we find ideal period, we'll try to change the MA types as well, right? So let's change the period. So it's becoming less and less. So let's try to move in different direction for the trend period. No, actually, we did not get the better value for net profit. So the value of 140, it looks like optimal for now. Now, so we have 78, right? And let's see if we can improve this net profit by changing trade type. So let's change trade type to, not trend type, let's change the MA type to linear regression, for example, right? So, and then after we change that, let's change the MA period. So 40, 19. So let's keep changing and see if we can get more than 70. Oh, we get 496. We have essentially more net profit now. 400. Oh, we have 793,000% profit. Now it's becoming less. Okay, so it looks like 135 MA period with MA type of linear regression, giving us optimal net profit. And the max drawdown is 37, which is a little high, but considering Bitcoin market is very volatile, it's not too high in my opinion. Now let's try to change trend period now and see if you can even improve it. No, it's reducing. 546,000. Okay, let's change it to different direction. 500 and 400%. So it looks like 140 is optimal. Now let's try to change the trend MA type, right? So we keep in, when we start changing the parameters, we keep in mind the last highest net profit value that we have, 793,000. So let's change it to, let's say, EMA. Okay, we have now we get even more even higher net profit, 937, right? So then let's change the trend period now. So 937. Now we have 972. Max drawdown is 36, a little better, and profit factor is 5, very good. Profit factor, I recommend to have at least 2 or higher. Okay, so we have 130 trend period. Now let's try to improve it. No, it did not improve when you move it lower. So it looks like these parameters for now generating 972% are optimal for now. Now let's try to improve it more. Let's try to change, for example, SMA. Is it better? No, it's not better. It's worse. No, it's not better. It's not better now. So let's then SMA type does not give us the better performance comparing to EMA. Now let's try to change the MA type to SMA. No, the performance deteriorated, but let's still try to change the period. Is it getting better? And to another direction? No, it's much less than comparing what we had before. Okay, it means that we found optimal parameters for this strategy on this selected market, and for this, and those optimal parameters are those: linear regression SMA type, 135 MA period, EMA for trend MA type, and 130 for trend period. Now let's see and compare this performance with buy and hold equity performance. We can see that the green line is higher than the blue line. It means that we generated, with optimized parameters for this strategy, the net profit higher than buy and hold. This makes this strategy attractive to trade. So I demonstrated how to optimize trading strategy by changing strategy parameters and backtesting and analyzing backtesting results. Summarizing this lesson, optimization is a valuable tool when used wisely, but it should be a part of broader strategy development process that includes thorough testing, validation, and risk management. This is the end of this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.